As Jim mentioned, Macy's is the other big story of the morning. Down in the pre-market, posting an earnings miss, lowering their guidance for the year. Company says it is still evaluating the impact of new tariffs. Revenues essentially in line. Gannett did say that rising inventory levels became a challenge for Macy's in Q2. Talked to Courtney Reagan and said the customer, quote, has no appetite for a price increase right now.
Well, Mr. Gannett missed the quarter, and he missed the quarter, and he also talked about missing fashion. Rising inventory levels is a challenge. Look, I think that this is brick and mortar, and brick and mortar in mall is particularly bad. And I think that this is just a continual theme. I think that Jeff Gannett, he's sticking by the idea, listen, we have positive comparable store growth. Again, that is the kind of thing where you just say to yourself, if you had done better in women's sportswear and in private label, wouldn't you do better? Think about it like this. They're up against JCPenney. I mean, that's a pitiful company to go up against. Why aren't they doing better? And I think it's execution. I think execution plus they talk about the tourist. I'm tired of hearing about the tourist who doesn't come here. Yes, I absolutely know that the dollar is strong. And I know that the beautiful Herald Square store is not up to the numbers. But I still come back to the execution here seems sloppy. It does. It seems sloppy. We're going to get some bad numbers from a bunch of brick and mortars. But this is really... there's something wrong here. Yeah. Something wrong.
Is your point that they should be taking more share from the likes of Penny?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that Penny is in very bad shape, but they're in the mall. If you look at the real estate investment trusts that are in the mall and also the ones that are off price, wow. There's just people aren't shopping there. People are shopping in Walmart, in Amazon, in Target, in Costco, and in Home Depot. Now, there's some notes saying that Home Depot will not make the quarter. Home Depot had some challenged weather at the end. I think they made it up at the end of the quarter. But this is the time when you're either online, and Macy's has got double-digit online, but nowhere near the ones I just mentioned, or you're off price. And Macy's is not off price. It's known as a full price. It's not everyday low price. Everyday low price is working. And if you have big offline, big off price, you're making money.
So watch is a more intact thesis
Watch
than
is
ever.
king.
Yeah.
Watch is king. Now, Macy's, watch this. Macy's has got a lot of inventory. So watch TJX, okay? Watch a Burlington. Burlington is off price and has said over and over again, we have no problem. We can have the right prices. Remember, Gannett says there's no appetite for rising prices. Well, then people are going to Burlington where the prices are falling because they're taking the merchandise that Macy's can't handle because they admit that the inventories are too high, and they're going to sell it to you at lower prices. Macy's is, I'm not saying they're in trouble because the first thing that Gannett did was he paid down a huge amount of debt. I think that they can cover the dividend. The stock acts like they can't.
That's where we are? Covering the dividend?
Absolutely. That's the question. That's the question.
All right. Well, that's a different universe than talking about getting comps up.
Yeah. Well, look at the dividend. Don't get those yields unless people think that they can cover it. I think they can.
Yeah, we're poised to open at the lowest on Macy's since 2010,
which was not a
they
good
did
time.
Bring their full year. Actually, the full year guide down is big, 285 to 305 versus a prior 305 to 325.
Right, but that still presumes that they can pay the dividend. I believe they can pay the dividend without a problem, 0.37 quarter. But no one. I feel very alone in that. When you have a stock that's yielding like 8%, there's not a lot of 8% yielders, particularly in an environment where the 30 years, you're getting 4 times the 30-year. And if they happen to have the right woman's fashion, maybe you've done something. They got to close more bad stores. I don't know. Jeff Gannett has a real challenge ahead, but he's had a challenge since the beginning. And when he was paying back debt, that was good. But now we wanted to see some sort of fashion grip. And I don't think there's a raison d'etre problem at Macy's right now. He has a really terrific area in the Herald Square, which is the boutique, the young, the interesting, the millennial. It's not enough. They got to do it in every one of their stores. Yeah. And they haven't been able to blow out the concept. I don't know if the concept scales.
Yeah. Department stores in general. It's going to be back to school.
They're so challenged.
Back to school is going to be really interesting.
PVH. Yeah. But VF Corp, I think, can do okay. Yeah. I'm not worried about them. The Macy's thing made me blanch. I saw it and I said, wow, that's just a really bad